Guys, it's time to mow the lawn for the first time, and no Graveleys have mowed the grass here at the new house yet, so I think we're going to fire up the 8163B. Got to do a little bit of work to it first. Let's check it out. All right, it still has a snow plow on it, so we're going to take that plow off. It hasn't run for over a month probably, so let's check the oil first, and let's see where we're at here. Let's see. Looks like it's dead on where it should be. Cool. It doesn't have a lot of hours on that oil. It's only plowed snow a couple times, so gotta take these chains off. Yep. Let's see. Tires feel good. Something's still leaking back here with the tranny. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but I think it's this line right here that goes into the pump. It's a little wet around this one fitting, and that was really giving me a hard time getting those things loose when I had to change the seal on the pump, so I might have damaged this. Maybe I should attempt to tighten it up a little bit, but it is a little bit wet here on the axle. And I was having a problem with my clutches where they are a little dry here. So I'm not going to do it today, but I would like to pull these off and grease them. And the problem I was having with the forward reverse was that when I put it in forwards, it wasn't locking in. And I think that we may need to make some adjustments on this clutch. Let's see, that's locked in, that's locked. It's too tight, I think. I got to loosen it a bit. And you can see there's an accumulation of dirt and grease and all this crap, and it's rubbing the clutch pretty much here. But you're supposed to have a 50 thousandths air gap in here, and this is not 50 thousandths, it's too tight. People say that if you use an ignition key, an INDAC, that's about 50 thousandths, so maybe I'll just loosen up these two nuts here, and that will give me my 50 thousandths. The problem you run into is that these are nylon inserts, and you start loosening them, and all of a sudden they're sticking on the threads, and all of a sudden you're backing this whole stud out of the block. Oh, what we see over here, we got some, looks like some mouse nest material behind the starter. Awesome. I love mouse nests. Anyways, let's take the chains off and fire this puppy up. Let's see if this turd will start. We also have some issues with the choke cable linkage, and it's a little frozen and it doesn't like to disengage all the way. This tractor likes to start in low throttle and full choke. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah, that was nice. Fired right up. The plow is still at full height, even though it's been sitting here for a month or whatever. It's the first time the chains have been off this tractor for 2 years, so that's cool. We'll bring the plow out back here and we'll dump it off back. Now you can see I just engaged the forward reverse lever here, and my gut feeling is it's going to pop off by the time we get to the backyard. At least when I was plowing snow, it never wanted to stick. It would always just pop off, so see what happens. We'll see what happens, I guess. I got 2 plows back here, so this will be the second one. The other plow is on the $25 812. And drop it up. Yep, it just disengaged. I gotta fix that before I start mowing, I guess. Alright, we'll drop this bitch right here. Let's see. Put it down. We gotta take off the bolt on the lift over here. Let's see. See if we can get this thing apart. Yep, no big deal. Take that off. We gotta pull this cotter pin on this rod, the angle rod. Yeah, turn it off. These things are so tough to get out. There we go. All right. Now, just pull this whole handle off. There we go. Come on. Get off of there, handle. Oh. All right, we'll put this pin back in here so we don't lose it. And this bolt that I was holding the handle on is a rig job because the original pin like fell out when I was plowing this winter. I have no idea where it went. So for now, we'll just stick that sucker back in there. And then we got to go under the tractor and disconnect a couple things underneath the tractor. We'll be right back. Get deal up here. And most of you guys know this, but you basically like pull up on this and bam, it comes right off. Okay, and then we go in the back and we got a pin on each side. Oops, drop that. And you flip that up and it comes out of the way and it lets it out of the lock there. Oh, let's see, this one is giving me a hard time. Doesn't want to go up all the way. Sometimes you got to give them some persuasion. I don't have a hammer, but I got a big pair of pliers out here. Let's see. That should be good enough. Now save this clip, don't lose it. Then we'll come over to the other side. And we'll do the same thing over here. Then our plow should drop. Let's see, pull that out. This has a kickstand on this plow. Now, just move the tractor back. Bam, we're out of there. Now, some guys just leave these things up against the axle or whatever so they're out of the way. I like to put the pin back in it, so let's do that. This tractor has rack and pinion steering, which is real nice. See, there's a grease fitting down here, but the hardest part in this whole job is getting this lift arm off here. You can see it's got a pin here, and those pins bend. Yep, and this one's bent like crazy. It's gonna probably take me an hour to get this freaking pin out of here. So I think we're gonna drive it back down to the garage and work on it down there. I do see it's a little wet on the hydraulic line over here. And I don't know, it probably just leaked down there when I was filling the reservoir and I overflowed it. But I like this tractor a lot. I noticed the frame has a bend here on both sides in the same spot, which is kind of interesting. It's a weird spot for that bend to be. But PTO, it's nice. So, all right, let's get it back to the garage. Get it out. And you can see how close to the edge of the thing the hole is there. It's almost blown through. Sorry for the bad photograph. It's right near the edge. It's almost blown through. So we got that out, and we are going to adjust the clutches next. Okay, so we're going to adjust this clutch here, and let's see if the whole studs spin or not. Oh, we got damn lucky they didn't. Sweet. So let me back off both of these things. Oh, that one didn't spin either. Perfect. Back them off here, and I actually have a feeler gauge here. Now you got to make sure that your throttle or forward reverse lever is in the middle. But I think I mentioned it's supposed to be 50,000. So what I do is I go to like 25 and 26 or something like that. It's close enough. So here's a 24 and a 25. That'd be 49. So, you know, you could do a 26 and a 24. They're right next to each other. It's close enough. So let's see. Actually, that's a little wide right there. So pretty much all you got to do is tighten it down until it's, I mean, it's real close, guys. I might just leave it the way it is there. It feels pretty good. When you're checking it, make sure that the plate is out all the way so that it's mimicking when the clutch is disengaged completely, you know. But, I told you about the crap in there. We'll clean that up. Let's see. This is trying again. Yeah, I think I'm happy with it the way it is. But as you can see, look at all that grease that is on my feeler gauge. So something is spewing grease inside of this clutch, which obviously is probably not the best thing in the world for a clutch to have grease on it. Now let's check the other side here. This one visibly, from the naked eye, looks pretty tight. Let's see, I can't even get it in there. So make sure it's out all the way. You can also just grab the thing here and pull it out. Yeah, this side's a little bit, oh, there we go. It's in. Yeah, this side is good enough. So maybe what we'll do is we'll scrape that grease off there. And let's see, got this big screwdriver. Just look at that, man. Clean me, it says. Clean me. Yeah, that's sweet, huh? I suppose I should pressure wash this thing one of these days. Let's see. Right. It's got just years and years of buildup of crap caked on it. And I guess that's what happens when you don't clean it. I don't think I've really used this tractor very much for mowing. I've probably only mown with it 2 or 3 times. The rest of the time it just plows snow. So I was never too picky about all this stuff because I'm just plowing. All right, so let's check out the mower deck. I'm gonna get some brake parts cleaner and just spray this down, clean off a little bit.